I'm JH, and in this video I'll be discussing about the 2022 Australian Grand Prix, the third round of the 2022 F1 season. First of all, sorry for my voice. I'm a little under the weather at the time of the recording and, well, please bear with me. Anyway, please note that everything I said is based on facts and of course my own opinion. So, without further ado, let's start the video. After the long wait, finally F1 is back in Australia. So what's new? Well, the DRS zone went from 4 to 3. In his first race of the season, Vettel got fined 5,000 euros for using a scooter without authorization. Well, that's new. Well, the FIA officially announced that Vegas will be added to the F1 calendar in 2023, and Audi offered $718 million for a stake in the McLaren F1 team. Anyway, now let's get into their performance. Round 3 and they got an excellent result. Great pace for both cars. At the early stages, Hamilton had a decent racing action on Perez, and Russell had a better luck on the safety car compared to Hamilton. Well, they are not really on the same dimension as the Ferrari, but other than that, it's quite a straightforward race for the Mercedes. They got a podium on Russell and P4 for Lewis. If I'm a Mercedes fan, I would be very happy with the result, especially considering their performance in the first 2 rounds. Excellent result for the Mercedes team. Mixed result for the Maranello-based team. Charles got a great result, dominating the weekend overall. He got pole position, race win and the fastest lap as well. However, there is not really much of an action going on with Charles, with him comfortably leading the race with no major errors. As for Sainz, well, he got a really bad luck. A ruined quali session because of Alonso's red flag. He struggled with the hards on the early laps of the race and then proceeded to get beached in lap 2, causing him to not finish the race. Overall, a horrid weekend for him, but for Ferrari, well, at least they got a win. Similar to the Ferraris, a mixed result for Red Bulls. Max had a good quali session and great pace on the early stages of the race. Well, until he was forced to retire from the race with 20 laps to go due to some, and I quote, a weird fluid smell coming from the car. Oh, and there is also some fire on the car as well. Bad luck for the Dutchman, and it's really hurting his chance on the championship run. As for Sergio, he had a great race, initially struggling a little on the early laps but recovered nicely. He performed some overtaking and had a great pace overall, finishing P2 in the end, although I'm a bit concerned about the pace gap between the Red Bulls and Ferrari. Anyway, considering the situation, decent result for the Red Bulls. I'd say it's a pleasant surprise for the McLaren team. They got a great pace and no dramas on track. Lando, despite his shaky start, finished P5 and Daniel finished P6 on his home race, which, if compared to the first 2 rounds, is a great result for the McLaren team. Great job, McLaren. Another team with the mixed results. Ocon performed well, finished P7 with no major mistakes or dramas. Alonso on the other hand had a roller coaster of a weekend. From almost getting into top 5 in quali and then crash, to having a great early stage on the race, at one point even reaching top 5. But then it all went downhill, seemingly struggled with the car and finished last. Really bad luck for him. I think they performed okay. Bottas had a decent quali, and despite the shaky start at the beginning of the race, he managed to recover well and got P8 in the end. Moving to Alpha seems to do good for him, especially his confidence level. Personally, I'm really happy for him. As for Joe, he had an okay race, I guess. Not bad, but not too good either. Well, at least he didn't cause any controversies. Overall, a great result for the Alfa Romeos. Both Gasly and Tsunoda got a great start at the beginning. Well, that's about it for them. Both of their drivers pitted right before the safety car, causing them to lose positions. Considering the situation, Gasly had an okay race, finishing P9. Tsunoda on the other hand seems to be struggling on the latter stages of the race. At one point even almost caused a crash under a safety car. Overall, considering their luck, it's a decent result. A real Jekyll and Hyde performance for the Williams. Alex Albon had a fantastic race. He's looking more and more like George Russell 2.0 for the Williams. If not for the regulation that requires him to pit on the race, I'm confident that he will finish P7, which is still a great result for the Thai driver, gaining 10 positions and getting a point with the Williams car. As for Latifi, well, he finished second to last in this race, and there is not really much of an action for him, but seriously, how can you be this bad? Aren't you the more experienced driver on the team? Aside from that, I think it's a great result for the Williams as they got their first point of the season. Well, another abysmal result for the Aston Martin. Lance pitted 2 times under the first safety car and had an okay race considering the car, I guess. Vettel on the other hand was underperforming. Well, considering his lack of laps on the track and with him still recovering from COVID, that's to be expected. He lost control on lap 24 and as a result destroyed his front wing, making him out of the race. Once again, a bad result for the Aston Martin team, gaining no points whatsoever, making them the only team with 0 points so far this season. They had a horrible weekend and a terrible luck as well. The safety car timing completely threw them out of the points race. Well, their pace wasn't exactly excellent, but it wasn't that bad. Kevin Magnussen was having a decent pace during the race, but unfortunately finished out of the points because of the safety car timing. Mick's performance on the other hand wasn't that well. Despite the good start at the beginning of the race, he committed a few errors, causing him to lose position. Overall, a horrid weekend for the American team. Hopefully they perform better on the next round. For this race, my best driver is Alex Albon, because he managed to get a point with the Williams car and managed to win 55 plus laps with great pace and no major errors, in addition to gaining 10 positions from his starting place. Here's the standings after the third round. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please share, like and subscribe. See you in the next video and yeah, have a nice day.